Fame is a fickle mistress, beholden to none. That's what many an actor or actress understands finally after they've chased that thing across this silver screen, finding that getting noticed, that getting notoriety, well, it's not as easy as they intended. The bit players especially, if they ever get noticed for roles like what's in front of you, it's not because of that role necessarily, but rather something more ominous or embarrassing associated with the person in it. That's the thing with Molly Fitzgerald here. If I were to note that name and I were to say, hey, do you remember Stark Girl from Captain America, the First Avenger from 2011? You'd probably say no. I'm sure that a few of you could say yes, but by and large, most of us would say no because we have no association there. There's no reason to know that name. Now, however, when I bring that up and I associate this with it, and this has been trending on Twitter, this has been noted all over social media, so that's the reason that I'm bringing it up. But now you'll know this person. Why? Because they're associated with Captain America, because they're associated with Marvel, and because they're associated with something terrible. I mean, that pretty much cements that role. The thing about it is, though, you're never going to remember this person's name. You're never going to remember them as Stark Girl. What you'll remember them as is a criminal, a person that killed their mother. So hey there. So today I want to handle something tactfully and gracefully. And I know there are people out there that say even talking about that is not respectful. But I'm going out and I'm trying to make a point with this while again talking about something that has been trending and, again, trying to handle this tactfully. So Molly Fitzgerald, she's been making the rounds these days. And again, you can see why. TMZ broke this, but after they did, you've had every network picking this stuff up. And yeah, many of them, they're like vultures circling something because that's what they always do. Now, when I heard, somebody was tied to Captain America, the First Avenger, the 2011 Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, and they had actually killed someone, I thought, who exactly are we talking about here? Is this one of those mainstay players? But after I heard the name Molly Fitzgerald, I kept actually, when I'm doing this, I actually had to record it a few times because I kept calling her Molly Fitzpatrick for some reason. Now, looking at this, too, she had been arrested December 31st. She was charged with second-degree murder. Her bond was set at $500,000. Her mother was found dead of stab wounds in her home on December the 20th. Police responded to a call of disturbance. Molly was transported to the hospital with minor injuries of her own. Now, this is an active investigation, too. I want to stress something in this. All of this is alleged to this point. I am not saying that they are guilty or innocent of anything. That is a courtroom thing. I'm just talking about headlines here and more. So when we're talking about who this person is, we're going to actually see what their roles are. I think that this, again, it kind of cements how they couldn't find notoriety within their acting career. But now, So who is Molly Fitzgerald? Molly Fitzgerald is an actress who also worked behind the scenes as a crew member on several films. Her biggest appearance came in the Marvel movie Captain America, the First Avenger, with a minor non-speaking role. It was nothing more than a featured extra, but it's still a big appearance for the actress. Her scene took place 12 minutes until the film at the Stark Expo, where Howard Stark, Dominic Cooper, came out onto the stage to tell the audience about all the inventions he was bringing to the world. When he came out, there were dancing girls, and one of them walked up to him to take his top hat and hand him the mic. Howard then laid a big kiss on her, and she smiled. She walked off smiling. That was Molly Fitzgerald, referred to in the credits as the Stark Girl. So you can see this. He walks out on the stage here. You have the dancing girls and on. He's going to be introducing everything. Then you have one of the people come up, go to take his hat and everything from him. So, he's ready for that. Well, he lands a big one on her there. And yeah, looking at that's her claim to fame. Now, that was the biggest role of her career when it comes to the size of the film, although she's had bigger roles in some smaller films over her career. She was also listed as the assistant to the director, Joe Johnston, in the Captain America, the First Avengers, and as a line producer in 2018 crime film Trouble Is My Business. I also noticed her mentioned in a couple of other films out there as well. But again, like I said, if you're talking about her making headlines, she's making headlines because she was associated with this film, but also because, well, her career, it didn't really manifest anything, but her real life, it ended with infamy. But anyway, I mean, when we're talking about this, isn't it sad that that's the way that this goes? I mean, isn't it sad that this is the way that trending and everything is? That really we have this association. We have these people out there. We don't even know their names. And now we'll never forget that face. We'll never forget that association. But anyway, you tell me what you think here. Now, being respectful, I did not want to put this at the beginning here. But again, if you do want to go out, subscribe to the channel, you all know these drills by now. You can sub, you can share videos. Give me your thoughts on this stuff too. I want to be respectful and not take up a lot of time with that. But I do want to thank you for showing up, for participating by being here. And again, like, leave me your comments, pro or con on this. You know, again, I want to make more out of that than just say, hey, this actress is there. I wanted to present it in a decent, maybe tactful way. But again, maybe you disagree with that too. You can tell me that out there as well. But again, thank you for your time and attention.